Yeah. Hey, yo, what up? Y'all hear the theme music. Y'all see these beautiful faces. It's the Let's Get Canceled podcast. I'm your boy, Big Tech Dog, your favorite friendly, lovable loudmouth.
And I'm Tommy with an H. I'm the voice of the people. I speak for y'all. Hey, yo, cousin.
What up, cousin?
You ready?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready. Let's get canceled. All right, tonight, we gonna talk about some of these preachers. These preachers been kind of getting slick at the mouth, and we talk about when good preachers say questionable things, specifically cussing in the pulpit. Now, I'm not talking about these wild out dudes from back in the day. You know, rest in peace to Thaddeus Matthews. You know what I mean? We ain't talking about him, and we ain't talking about this dude right here.
You fucking income fucking poop. Shut your goddamn ass up. Stupid bitch. The devil is a motherfucking liar. So you know I ain't worried. Biatch. Fuck what you talking about.
Nope, not talking about him.
Nope, you're not talking about him at all. We talking about some of these new preachers, and this is becoming a common thing, in my opinion. Now, is it right? Is it wrong? Is it a sin? Is it not a sin? I don't know. Y'all let us know. Y'all gonna help us decide tonight. By the end of this show, we gonna tell y'all whether you're going to hell for saying hell in the pulpit.
Well, I ain't putting y'all in hell at all. I ain't gonna put you in hell. I'm just gonna I'm gonna tell you my opinion though, and it ain't gonna shock you one bit. Not if you've been around. If you've been around here, you know my feelings on this. So it's not gonna shock you.
I honestly don't. I've been your cousin my entire life, and I don't know what your thought process is. And even in our prep for this episode, we didn't even talk about.
We did not discuss that. We just knew what we were gonna. We knew what we were gonna talk about, but we did not know where we would fall on the sides of this. So
right. And
now you know some of these preachers go a little too far. Some of them go a little too far. Like the one
we can agree on.
They go a little too far. They have problems. They have problems, and some of them pretty much live in the streets anyway. So y'all just let them be called pastor, preacher, reb.
And look here, man. At my church right now, there's a not at my church, but in my city, and he uses our church a lot because as you can imagine, he's a real preacher, and I believe he's a real preacher, but he a hood nigga. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times he has a smaller building, and he uses our church when people in his church have funerals to do. Like they little son, little Ray done got shot, whatever. So they come out. I can tell whose funeral it is by the smell when I walk into church. I am not joking. I walk in, I go, oh, that's a so-and-so. You know what I'm saying? Because I know who it
like
is.
Teen Spirit in there. Huh?
Right. And when I come in the building, he know me because he know I can get his mic right when he get ready to preach and whatever. And he'll holler all the way across the church before the service starts. Be like, there you go. So that's my dude. So shout out to him. I ain't going to say his name. So yeah. But if there was a pastor who I know
gets busy,
who might slip up and say something like, I would think it was him.
Now, here's the thing.
I want to be clear. I've never heard him say anything. I ain't never heard him. Right. He ain't never been in the pulpit and said nothing crazy. But I'm just saying, if I had to make a bet.
Now the cursing preachers, again, this is where we're going. And we have not told these people to like, share, subscribe, thank them for following and being here, any of that stuff. But y'all know that routine. Y'all seen all of that. Y'all know how we feel about you. We want you to like, we want you to share, we want you to subscribe. You know it's going to be up on all of your streaming platforms tomorrow. We know that you guys know that. And if you're new here, be true here, be back here every Wednesday, because this is where the shit goes down. And we are still focusing on this train of making sure that the church folks understand that, hey, we are with you, we see you, but we still gonna talk about you and
we just gonna be us, man. We just two black men who gonna talk about the things that the church folks whisper about. That's what we doing here.
That's all it is. Two church boys, and this is the same conversations that your mama and her sisters have, your pops and his brothers have, the deacons have, the missionaries, the lay members. We are those lay members. We are those workers in the church, and we had these conversations about the preachers too. So we're just letting y'all in on some of these conversations that we have. So thank y'all again. But cousin, you mentioned that they slip up and say these curse words. Do you think it's a slip of the tongue with these preachers, or do you think this is a part of their everyday vernacular and they just let it fly because they want to let it fly, and this is accepted now?
No, I don't think they just let it fly because they want to let it fly. I think that they do. I think a lot of it is a slip up, and the reason being is because you and I both have been very open about like our diet and things that the doctor tells us to do, and the things that we commit to doing, and then you end up missing the mark and not doing it, right? For instance, it's like, you know what? I am used to eating a certain type of thing. And then it was like, I'll give you a better example. When I stopped smoking,
Okay.
it was such a habit to me. Like I would eat and then without not even thinking about it, just get up, go start walking outside. You know what I'm saying? Like that was just the way it was.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Or I get in my car when I'm going on long to the point where nobody else rode in my car because it would be, I would let all the windows are down, all that stuff, but still like I would, you know what I mean?
In the
Straight
fabric
up.
of the car. Right.
And it wasn't when I started the quit journey, I would be halfway through a stove before I realized, like, God dog it, I wasn't supposed to be smoking no more. You know what I'm saying? So, and it was earnest. I'm in earnest trying not to. So it's not like, so I think that they get going and that emotion builds up when they preach it and they get going. And the thing that fits is in this. This is the thing. Hell is in the Bible. Ass is in the Bible. Damn is in the Bible.
Holy shit, motherfucker! Goddamn, it's not in the Bible.
That's not there. It's not there. It's not there.
These are some of the things you hear. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Because you say when it's in there and it's just a slip up and they get caught up in the emotions of it all. I've been cursing since I was like 7, 8 years old. I was around my parents, aunts, uncles, grandparents.
Don't slip up.
All my life. Never had a slip up.
Not once.
No matter how emotional I got, no matter how caught up in a moment I got. The only time my mother has ever heard me curse outside of this podcast was was me playing basketball. She ran up on me, came to pick me up from school. I was in the gym playing basketball. We were getting down. I forgot she was going to be coming to get me. So I'm just in the gym. The door cracks open and I'm in there going in on the guys because we playing hoops.
Right.
I look over at the door because it got real quiet. I thought I'm in there yelling. It got real quiet. I look over at the door. My mother just standing there giving me the look.
Yeah.
So instead of me grabbing my bag and going the direction my mother was in, I grabbed my bag, ran clear across the gym, out the back door, circled around back to the car, and got into the car because this is not happening in front of them.
Not in front of them.
I know what it is. It's going to happen. But this is not happening in front of the guys. So I made sure, but again, that was the only time in my life that my mother heard me or saw me doing something that I had no business doing.
So what you're saying is that.
So when you say that they slip up.
Right. Okay.
When they slip up and do this. There is no slip up in doing that because you know where you are.
I don't agree. Have you ever fought in front of your mother?
No.
Okay. So this is the thing. There are moments where something like that may come out. Now, here's the thing.
That is not the same. Fighting is not the same because fighting is
something. Listen what I'm saying, though. Listen what I'm saying.
Okay.
If you were to get going in a fight in front of your mom, do you think that there's a possibility that something like that would come out of your mouth?
Oh, so you got the Ralphie excuse.
The what?
The Ralphie excuse. Oh, you didn't watch A Christmas Story?
No.
Everybody else gets every Christmas. It comes on for 24 hours every Christmas. You don't know Ralphie?
No, I've never watched it.
Okay, well, Ralphie beats up the bully and curses, and his mom walks up on him while he's going through it. Now, if you're in this fight and you're saying that your mom's there while you're during the start of the fight and she sees it all happen, and then you go and say those things. Oh, okay. Maybe. I don't know. I would do anything I could to not fight in front of my mother.
Right. Okay, so that's interesting. I see what you're trying to say. You would do everything you can so you don't fight in front of your mama. But you said something a minute ago about getting caught with Cussin at the basketball game. So let me tell you, and I did mention me smoking before, right?
Right.
So let me tell you how your auntie caught me smoking. Like cigarettes. I ain't talking about weed. I'm talking about cigarettes.
Okay.
Like I was at work, bro. Like I kid you not, I worked in a call center on everything I am. And my mama's watching right now. Mama, I love you. You know the story. So I was the way the call center was set up, there's a front door from the parking lot that goes into a lobby. And then there you got to get checked in to go to the back where all the hallway, and then there's all the phones and the desks and stuff, call center in there. Then past that is outside, is back patio area where people would hang out at on breaks and stuff. Nigga, I am outside at the back patio. Now you got to get past, you got to get buzzed in the front door, get past the front desk person, go through the call center, and let me get outside. And I'm outside talking, nigga, I turn around, and if your auntie ain't standing right there, I'm like this. Because you got to blow it out.
Yeah, you want to choke? You want to choke on that smoke, right. Huh?
She came to pick me up, bro. And I was 17, 18 at the time. That does not matter in black households.
And just like me, you were not outside when it was time to be picked up.
Right.
So she came looking.
But to this day, I do not know how she got past all of those security measures to get out back. And here's the thing. We rode home in silence.
Of course.
My home was right around the corner. You remember when you came from my graduation?
Yeah.
That didn't happen? That apartment that we was in, that's where we was at. And the call center was right up the street around the corner. So like I could have walked home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Man, we get home and your auntie said, guess what your son was doing? I tried to pretend like it was my first time. She was like, that wasn't your first time. You do smooth with that. I'm like, oh, Lord. So
hey.
I'm sorry. I just had a flashback of getting caught. But that ain't what we're talking about.
Right.
Here's
but I get it, though. But I get it.
Yeah. The thing is that the things that you don't, that aren't, I guess what you're trying to say is the things that aren't in you ain't going to come out of you.
No, not that. Because cursing was in me. Cursing has been in me.
I'm talking about for the preachers.
Right. But I'm saying if I'm able to hold it down around my family that I respect, I think there's just a lack of respect for your position that allows you to do that.
You're holding on to the fact that you're saying that they're doing this on purpose.
Yeah. Because it doesn't just come out of you in those moments. And I do agree, if it ain't in you, it ain't gonna come out you. That was something that my grandmother DK would always tell us. Hey, if it ain't in you, if it ain't in you, it ain't coming out of you. True. But again, I've been angry in front of my parents. I've been excited. I've been anxious. Like every emotion I have gone through in my life, I've experienced around my family and people that I respect. And it never comes to a point where profanity is something that's going to be spewed out of the respect that I have for them. So is it out of respect pastor,
for them, or is it out of practice?
No, it's out of respect.
You've had years of practice of not doing it.
It's out of respect. It's out of respect because here's the thing. Like once I got to a particular age and I saw some of my family members doing certain things, I was more comfortable with allowing myself to be free around them. So then they got to see certain parts of me. But again, because it's something that now is a mutual thing between them and I. But out of respect for those others who do not, I'm still able to curb those things. And I'm talking about, this is me showing up high as gas prices at certain family events and still not slipping up. This is me coming in drunk as I want to be and got a bottle in my back pocket or one out in the car, but I'm still not going to bring this into grandma's house. But I go outside and I'll take me a couple sips and I come back in there and go grab me a plate and I get excited playing around with folks, but it still doesn't slip out of me. And again, it's not out of a habit thing. It's out of respect for where I am and the people that I'm with. You remember
we was in Palaca. I don't remember whether this was grandma or granddaddy's funeral, like the funeral time. Me and you were there, and we went to that park across the street from Uncle Wayne house.
Oh yeah,
And we was blowing. And then
yeah.
somebody, it was nighttime, somebody came, bro, if you ain't never seen two fat dudes take their shirt off real quick and pretend like they was racing, just so
because
like,
again,
it was bad.
Out
Anyway,
of respect for the people. And again, at those times we were grown.
Right. We was grown. But that's still a thing, like to this day.
It's
Like is there certain things I'm just not gonna do at my parents' house, certain ways I'm not gonna behave, certain things I'm not gonna say, certain things I'm not gonna do at my parents' house, even though
I'm gonna do them. They just will not. They won't. It won't be thrown in their face. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna do it.
I'm not. Here's the thing. Like when I say not do it at the house, I mean, if I got this in my pocket, they ain't gonna know I got
just
it.
Gonna be openly, just gonna openly do it. Right?
No, not a chance in this world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though I understand what my limits are, and they understand. I think that I'm not one who believes that drinking is a sin. I just don't.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And we can have that theological debate another time. But based on what you're saying though, if you and I have that level of respect for our parents and their household and what they believe, whether we agree fully or not, we have respect for them. Are you saying that these pastors who are cussing in the pulpit have a lack of respect? Matter of fact, here, let's play this clip. This is a more recent clip right here. Watch this.
Got it.
That cannot be forgiven is when the Holy Ghost is working and you say it's Stop the music. Stop the music. And I rebuke that cringe. I rebuke that cringe. Because we can say else and it don't bother nobody. But when I call church, you got a problem. You gonna sit right down with your friends at brunch and everybody gonna say don't say nothing. Your pastor said, you act like I'm going to hell. No, you going to hell if you.
Now that dude just now, not only did he say it, he said it multiple times.
He doubled down on it.
Went in on the congregation and said, you go out the brunch and people to say it, and you ain't gonna say a word. But now when I say it, it's a problem.
Because
to
me, I think it was. I think he didn't intend to say it in the moment.
Yeah.
But again, he just felt it was okay. And then once it came out and he realized it was that cringe, now I'm going to rebuke the cringe. Now you guys are the problem. It's not that I did something wrong. It's not that I didn't respect you guys enough to leave the street talk in the streets. No, it's, oh, well, your friends do it. Nigga, you not my friend. You are my spiritual advisor. You're supposed to be above that fray.
Now let me ask you a question.
If you're going to be giving me these directions.
Do you think there's a difference between the words themselves? Like, so first of all, let's go. We should have defined this at the beginning, but I'm going to ask you, can you please tell me when I say cussing preacher, what are the words that you would consider cussing?
Here's the thing. The actual word isn't the issue. It's the context in which the word said. Now, if I say, if he says we are damned to do something, but if that nigga say damn you, that's the curse on me in my book. So that's so these are it's the context in which those words are said.
Here's the thing. I put a difference between cursing and cussing. The reason being is because I understand the etymology of the word. So I understand that cursing is literally to curse, as in I hope something negative befalls you. And so when you say damn you or something like that, I understand that is cursing, but it can also be cussing when I'm like, God damn, boy. You know what I'm saying? Like those two different, those are the same word,
indeed,
but two different things.
Indeed.
So what I'm asking you is, what is your list of words that could be cussing?
I think it's the George Carlin list, the 9 words you can't say on TV.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I think those are the ones that that are generally the ones that are considered the profane.
But
words.
piss was one of them.
Piss was one of them, and there's a certain context in which you can say piss. There is a certain context in which you can say yes, and it not be a curse word. So if you go on the radio, again, this is from my radio background. If I say something about urination to say piss, that right there the FCC frowns upon. But if I say I'm pissed off, the FCC will allow that to go.
Right.
So there are different. Again, it's all about the context in which the word is being said. So that's one thing. And let's say pussy. Pussy is a curse word to certain people, unless you say like pussy cat. Because you got I gotta put a little reference on some pussy now. So pussy, pussy, because they say in the French. But yeah, but there are different ways that words are said, different contexts in which words are used that would equate them to being curses or cuss words. So in the instance of the one that we just watched.
Yep. He said shit.
Shit. Now, had he used, and again, you didn't watch The Wire, so you wouldn't know, but if he just went the Whitlock route and said shit, but
I'm familiar with that.
Now, he used the Clay Davis version of it. Now, that right there could be seen as comedic. It could be seen a lot of different ways. But for him to just come out and say shit and then stop, full stop.
Yep.
That let me know there was conviction.
He not only full stop, he stopped everything because the band was with him.
Right.
Like just backing him up. And he done cut them off.
And then he realized like
that cringe.
Right. And then he realized like, okay, the musicians with me because they say shit all the time. They probably over there saying shit to each other right now. Cut that shit out. But these people out here that I am looking to have a different voice with, that are looking to me for a different purpose. Yeah. They hear it and they see it as something different. So now I have to justify it to them. Or your friends say shit at brunch, so you and you can and take that cringe away, sir. In this particular moment, you're not right for doing it that way. And for me,
wait, we got to get something cleared up first, though.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying that these words that we all generally agree are profane.
Do I need to go? I need to go get the list of 9. I need to go get the list of you got the list.
It's a list of 7.
It's 7. My apologies. Right. I think I added some on because of the FCC regulations that I know of. Yeah. Right. Okay. Go ahead.
Right. So the 7 words are shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits.
Tits. Yes.
So
pussy and dick. I add pussy and dick to mine.
And you should.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Because they're a combo. They go together.
Here's the thing. If tits is on there.
Mm-hmm. Tits.
How many times have you heard a preacher say titties? Now that one I've heard a lot.
Heard a lot of titties. Heard a lot of titties.
What's his name? It's a preacher right now that get up. He's like, just because I'm married don't mean I'm blind. He said, I see titties and booties every day.
Mm-hmm.
That dude is a spook. But here's the thing.
And I've heard some preachers say the N-word too. Hold on, right quick. Preachers in the N-word. Your thoughts?
I love it. hey, look here. You think I'm joking? Like,
make you pay the bills at home, and then the preachers pimp you in the churches and make you pay the bills. Y'all crazy black women buying these black men private jets, the tune of $50 million for a nigga to ride around in a private jet. And you talk about, look at our pastor. What's wrong with y'all women? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? And what's wrong with a black man that would take that kind of money out of a poor neighborhood and buy himself a private jet? What's wrong with y'all niggas? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, black women? What's wrong with you voting for Barack Obama? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy. You niggas is crazy.
You niggas crazy. Oh, bro, if you come to church with me, you will see if the preacher getting good. Oh, I can't. If the preacher getting good, I promise you. This is me on the side over here. I saw it on the thing and I had to make my own. I was just like, And if you happen to be preaching good and you look over at me, I'll be like,
because I have been in some situations, and again, coming from probably a night of watching battle raps all night, and then get up and go to church, and the preacher get the humming good. Get that nigga Rex. I'll be on it. So again,
no, I see the dude said I got kicked out of church because I came in there and the preacher got good to me, and I stood up and yelled, "Fuck the devil." He said, "Now I can't go back to church." He said, "Nigga, I thought we had beef with this nigga."
But again, there are times where you get caught up and you want to do it like.
But here's the thing, though. So listen, what I was trying to get to was, is there a difference? Tell me what the difference between saying I can't stand this shit and saying I can't stand this stuff. Tell me what the difference is. You use them in the exact same context.
Shit.
That's the difference?
Shit is the difference. Because there is a profane intention with saying
on both
shit.
of the words. Both of the words.
No.
The intention is the exact same. You're using them the exact same way. You intend
but again, your intent in using the word shit is to make it even more derogatory than stuff. It's a conscious decision to say something that is intended to be profane.
The only reason you're using stuff is because you feel like using shit.
No. I'm pretty sure stuff was around first, and somebody decided to make it dirty and said shit because you want to dirty this up. So you use the profane word as opposed to using the regular word.
I disagree.
Okay.
I think I agree with you. I agree with you with the stuff was probably there first. What I'm saying is that I think that it wasn't an attempt to dirty it up more. I think it just is a little bit more jarring. It's slang, it's vernacular, it's everything that goes along with it. So that's why it's like, okay, cool. So then what we do, we put the stamp on these words and said, this is profanity. So when really and truly, the use of it is the exact same. The intention behind it is the exact same. So when they mention
the disciple cursing, when they mentioned the cursing disciple, you think he was just saying things in a colorful manner?
What'd you say?
The disciple, the cursing disciple, he was just being colorful with his words.
Yeah.
And they just decided to make a point of that in the book.
I'm not saying that it's right, wrong, or the other. What I'm trying to point out is that the only reason these words are considered profane is that we have made them profane.
Exactly. And there are things that are accepted in culture. In
Be careful, because you know where I'm getting ready to go if you say that.
Inappropriate culture. We have decided as a collective that certain words, people.
What people? Like what type of people?
All of us.
Gotcha. Go ahead.
All of us have decided there are certain words that are not forbidden, but still frowned upon. As a collective, we have decided that over and this.
Are you talking about church people or people in general?
People in general. Oh.
So here's the thing. Wait, right there.
I'm with you. Go ahead.
There's a lot of things that people in general have decided are okay. Are you saying that because the general consensus is that it's okay, that it should be okay, or the general consensus is that you shouldn't do it, means that you shouldn't do it?
That is how community works.
We weren't talking about community. We're talking about the church.
But we're talking the church community. Okay, the church is not a community.
So if enough preachers say that cussing in the pulpit is okay, then that means that it's okay at that point. Because if that's the case, then there are no boundaries.
But it will never happen that way. It'll never happen.
Just like
because I'm pretty sure there are more fearful understanding of the word preachers than not. I'm pretty sure. I'm wrong.
You're wrong because you got to think about the history of the church, specifically the black church. The history of the black church, there would be you can't play sports, you can't go to the movies, women can't wear pants, women can't preach, and all of this stuff is within the last 30 years since we've been around.
But there have been
40 years, these things have gone from absolutely not to generally accepted. And you're telling me that, that it won't take another 10 years
of evolution in the church to say that cussing's okay.
But that's what I'm saying. Not generally cussing is okay, but I'm saying what I'm telling you is that we can't base that upon what the church general consensus says is okay or isn't okay, because that means there is no standard outside of the populace.
And
we had this argument before on another show
talk
where it was like, you know what,
out of your mouth.
You said what?
Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen. Ephesians 4:29. We are, and again,
and Paul said, I become all things to all people.
And because Paul wanted to say cuss words.
So if
he just wanted to say cuss words.
So tell me what the difference between
if I become he didn't want to die. He didn't want to die in the moment. So I'm just cuss everybody.
What you just said is what you just read pertains to whether or not that language is actually offensive. And I would venture to say, that the language is only offensive to ritualistic or traditional Christians. And if your audience is not to reach the people who are already in church, then tell me what's wrong with cussing.
Because we don't want them to bring those things into the church.
Why?
Because when you come here, you have to be changed. Didn't we talk about this when we talked about other situations and other people, that when you come in here, you should not be comfortable doing the same shit you did out there? There should be a difference.
You eat every day. And when you like Longhorn before you met the Lord, you like Longhorn afterwards. Guess what?
But you shouldn't want
going to Longhorn on Tuesdays. You go to Longhorn after church on Sunday.
But you shouldn't want to eat half the menu at Longhorn once you come to God, because you realize gluttony is a sin. Like, these should be the changes that are made. There are certain things that should happen that
gluttony is an Old Testament sin. And number two, if you look,
nigga, if you go kill yourself eating, I'm pretty sure God don't want you to die that way. That's why I'm trying to get this thing on shot, so I do not have to continue eating all this food. Lord, I need the shot so I can get my belly smaller, so I can do better by you, because I keep on eating.
This is what I'm saying to you. What I'm saying is that the standard, and I'm not saying whether I agree with it. Notice I know you're not.
You haven't, because I know you do, but you have to be the contrarian here. But I know better.
No. These are real questions I've always.
How many preachers would you sit in front of and listen to if they came up there and just start cussing?
Depends on how much cussing they doing.
How many cuss words does he get?
It's not a matter of cuss words. It's the manner. It's what they're trying to convey. Like, listen. Look,
how many shits does he get?
Let me show you this last clip. I'm gonna show you this last clip. Watch this.
Mm-hmm. I didn't apologize to you. I didn't try to get along with you, and you still don't like me. Now the flesh saying you're getting ready to get your ass whipped, but the spirit says I am a servant. I wish I had a prayer in church. That's what it's saying. Y'all know.
Now see what he did just now. What he said was he was explaining how he feels this pull on both sides. It's like, on one hand, the Holy Spirit is telling me to do this. On the other hand, it's like, you about to get your ass whooped. And I understand that. You know, I think, honestly, you know who my favorite rapper is of all time? DMX.
He has some X in him. He got possessed.
That dichotomy between, like, DMX could say this, and then the very next track was, let us pray. I'm like, what? Mm-hmm. Did you hear track 11? And now on 12 we pray? You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a little bit too far. like apart. But and then that preacher specifically of the clip we just watched, I don't know that I would be offended to the point of I don't want to be in this church anymore if I heard that. Now, if this was a regular occurrence, I would think that because I personally believe that my preacher, my pastor, should be on a different level than me. That's just me. I feel like even though I know that I can go to God for myself, I know that I can do this for myself. I need to
Your
believe
intercessor
that my pastor can get there quicker than me. You understand what I'm saying? you know what I mean? This is why if something's going on that's serious, I got my uncles and my daddy that I can, and my auntie that I can pick up the phone and be like, I don't have to say, oh, I need help, I need that. All I know is that I can pick up the phone and say, hey, this happened. I already know what they're getting ready to do. They're about to go to work. My homegirl, Keisha, she watching, shout out to Keisha. I was in the room in an office with her, and she picked up the phone, and one of her friends called. This lady is she's younger, and she was had a situation. I don't know what the situation was, but I could hear the crying and the hollering on the other end of the phone. And what Keisha did, Keisha said, okay, stop. What we gonna do first? And she just went in and started praying for her.
Right.
And when she got off the phone, I don't know what all the specifics were of the deal. I said, you know what? I don't know if that lady who you were just talking to knows how good she has it to be able to pick up the phone and call a friend. And that friend went straight into prayer for her. Didn't say, what happened? What'd you do? How did you do that?
Because I hear it all in your tone. So I don't need that information at this point.
Exactly.
Because I can't help you.
Right. And now here's the thing. I had friend Biz, God rest his soul. When I got locked up in Georgia, I made the phone call. I sent the text message rather. When he called my wife, it wasn't what happened. What do you do? It was, where are you? Stay right there. I'll call you back with details in a minute. The next call she got was, go in to Walmart and pick up the money.
Right.
When I got out, D called me. Hey, bro, you good? Yeah, I'm straight, man. I'm headed back to Florida now. All right, bro, I'll holler at you tomorrow. Not, what happened? What was you doing? Da-da-da. Them niggas looked out and was like, this is what you need.
Right.
We got you where you need to be. Now, the next day.
right.
But at the moment, we got to get you taken care of.
But that's how it is supposed to be when it comes to these situations. And these are the things that I expect my pastor to say. When I call my pastor and say, hey, I need you to pray. Don't ask me for what. Hey, right now, whatever the need is. And that's the thing, because a lot of times you'll go to churches and pastors start praying over stuff and they'll just say whatever. They don't know your specific need, because you don't need to know my specific need. He know. So whatever the need may be. And they will cover it all. So I don't need my person I go to talking to God, and God was like, nah, nigga, you just cussing them niggas out, bro. What the fuck you calling me for now?
So here's the thing, though. I don't think that
you don't think God looks that way? You don't think?
I don't presume at all. I'm gonna be very careful with this. I don't presume to speak for the Lord.
I'm never gonna be careful with that. I'm never gonna be careful with that, because he'll tell me when I'm wrong. He'll tell me when I'm wrong.
No, I'm gonna be very careful, because I'm not ever going to presume to speak for the Lord, because I don't want nobody to turn on this podcast and look at me and go, you know what? Tex got a point. He's right. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm right. I am right, but this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I am torn between the two, because on one hand, I fully believe that my preacher, my pastor, my leader should be of a higher caliber than me in integrity, in delivery, in relationship with God. On the other hand, I don't think that profanity in and of itself, what we call profanity, in and of itself separates them from that. That being said, I also am of the belief that there are certain things that you should and should not do from the pulpit. Here's what I'm saying?
Here's where I take a little bit of a diversion from where you're going with it, because I understand all words are made up. So curse words, whatever, all words are made up, but the context in which these guys are using them, you're gonna get your ass beat. sir, that's out of anger. That's something that you should be past
True.
in that moment.
True.
When Buddy just got here yelling shit, nigga, that was not something that was just a word. It was a word that it meant something in that moment, and that's why it convicted you as it did for you to come out and be like, well, your friends say it, but nigga, my friends don't say it the way you just said it from the pulpit when we at brunch, because we could just be joking around and be like, shit again, but you gave it to me a different way in here. Right. So if you're gonna give it to me that way in here, just imagine what you would do out of anger when you're really mad. Just imagine, and then when I need you to go to God for me on my behalf as my pastor, just imagine if you're angry that day, the words you're gonna say to him on my behalf. I need you to be above some of this bullshit that I do, so that you don't come to God and God don't look at you and like, right now you ain't the one that should be praying for my child. I need somebody else to talk to me for my child on this one. I don't ever want my pastor to not be able to. Nigga, I told y'all a long time ago, I can't even go to your church if the sign outside your building spelled wrong, because I don't want to go to dumb heaven. Like, nigga, I do not want to go to the cussing heaven, dog. I don't. Am I wrong?
I don't want to go to dumb heaven. I love it.
I'm just saying, if your sign outside your church is misspelled, got punctuation issues, nigga, I can't go to your church, man. I don't want to go to dumb heaven, dog. I do not. I just don't. Lord. I don't.
I was like, time out. You say dumb heaven? Listen, man. Listen to what I'm saying to you, boy. You got. I think we look at this differently. We look at this on two different sides. Because number one, I agree. I don't want to go to dumb heaven. But number two, I don't know why that's so funny to me. But number two is, I don't think that your ability to talk to God is contingent upon the language you use to speak to me. That's me.
I get you. I understand.
I also understand. I was taught growing up, like, so if I better not say shoot, because that's the same as saying, like, if I'm using it in the same context, it equates to the same thing. You understand what I'm saying?
Couldn't say dang, couldn't say shoot, couldn't say
dang,
lie.
Right. Oh God, no. Like,
oh boy.
I'm gonna tell you, like here, my mama will attest to this. It's a lot with my mama today. I know. But listen,
no, you gonna jump up off my auntie like that, my nigga.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
She was right in this one, like, because so I was in school and my teacher had a pet peeve. This is why when people say I have pet peeves, I automatically look at them funny and like I can't stand it, because that the first time I was introduced to the phrase pet peeve was this particular teacher, and she had a pet peeve in her class, and one of them was saying the word shut up. Now, this is the words that I could not use at home. At all. But when I got to school, shut up was fair game. You know what I'm saying? I would say shut up all the time. Well, my teacher saw and said that I was saying shut up. So on my progress report that she sent home, she wrote, and I quote, and he continues to use and in quotation marks, S word.
No.
Swear to God. Swear to God. Now, you know my mama. You try being me and explaining to her that the S word is not the S word that she's thinking about, because at that point, it did not matter. I'm cussing and the teacher's yelling at me.
You already swung on. You are already swung on.
Full on, wash my mouth out with soap. I'm not joking. Like, we need real soap. Real soap, people. Wash my mouth out with soap. And I stood on that. I was like, I did not cuss. I promise you I didn't cuss. What? And I'm like, she means shut up. And my mama, I remember this to this day. My mama's words were, what kind of fool would say S word and not mean the S word? Fast forward like a month or two.
You had a conference?
Oh, yeah. And I wanted to be in this one. You know how normally you don't want to be in the conference? I want in this one. And I was like, whatever. And she was talking about the progress report. It might not even been a couple months. It was probably a few weeks. And it was like, the S word. And perked up, and I'm like, I wasn't cussing, and she goes, "Oh no, I don't allow the." And this is the teacher. I don't allow. Shut up in my classroom. My mama went. Now here's the thing, black folks, y'all understand this one. I couldn't gloat at that point at all, but I felt something. I was just like this. I sat up. I said,
You felt some vindication in that moment.
"Yeah, but I can't show it too much because
you
now
got smacked.
I would have got killed." So what she did, she was like, "Why would you write that on there?" But and you know my mama, so she went off a little bit about the importance of being clear in your language.
Words
And I'm
have
just
meanings.
like,
Words have meaning.
they absolutely have meanings. That being said, since I learned that lesson early, I still got in trouble because the rule said not to use the word.
And you
used
broke the
word.
rule. So your mother was vindicated in everything she did to you in her mind.
On her end. But I also know by her reaction to the teacher that she would not have done that if she knew the word was shut up. Now,
here's the thing.
I had 4 F's on that same part of the report. No.
But here's also the thing. She would have had it said that he keeps breaking the class rule.
She could, no, because that would have been bad too. And the
right, so you may not have had the soap, but you might have gotten something different. It would have been something equally as bad.
Right, because the problem is that if you're saying breaking the class rule, you cannot, listen, and this is for all you teachers and everybody else y'all cannot be ambiguous when sending home correspondence to black families. Because when you leave a black mama to be able to come up with whatever happened, they've got great imaginations. So if she would have wrote down, "Oh, he keeps breaking the class rule," to my mama, I'm swinging from the lights and I'm throwing things at the teacher. I done pulled my joint out. I'm like, I'm pissed all over the desk. Anything. So don't do that. But what I'm saying is that because words have meaning,
100%.
then if words have meaning, they also have sister words that mean the same thing. So my question is now, and it has always been, tell me why. I couldn't say booty or butt going up either. Bottom,
nope,
can do that.
Right.
But I mean, tell me why.
Tail.
Tell me why. Hey, tell me why the words are so. Why ass is so much worse than booty?
Because they street words.
Says who though? Because back if you search the history of the word, those words were used in the context that they were used, and then they grew to be profane.
But they were used by they were used by street people.
No, they were used by bro. I'm gonna Google it right now because I want to say it's your favorite word, but it was used as
using the word bitch. It's derogatory. It's a derogatory term. Because you don't use it in the context for what the word means. You're not talking about no female dog. You're talking about female. That's what they do. That's what they do. They're not me. Not me. I've never called a woman a bitch in my life.
Never?
In my life. Never.
Oh, I have.
Never. Now, have I said the word about them? Yeah, but I've not called a woman one. I ain't ever been like, bitch. But I've been like, man, bitches be because you know. But I've never called a woman to be word. Like that is no. Nigga, I got sisters that'll kick my ass if I've ever done anything. If they even hear about me saying or doing something against a woman, like
I do too.
Like, can you imagine a woman be like, "Man, Tommy cussed me out and socked me in the eye"? Can you imagine that going to my sisters, to your sisters, to any of our cousins, and be like, "Yeah, Tommy socked me in the eye and cursed me out"?
No. Wait, how do we jump from just saying what?
Can you imagine? Can you imagine that going? No, I'm just saying, with the women in our family, can you imagine anything negative like that being brought to their attention? Do you know the kind of hell we would have to pay? And I didn't mean I didn't say heck. No.
So I want to.
We got real life hell. Go ahead.
I want to point something out. What I just looked up.
Mm-hmm.
Go
for it.
The word pussy.
Pussy.
As a term of endearment for a woman as late as in the late 16th century. In the late 1500s, pussy began to be used as an affectionate term for a girl or woman, similar to darling or sweetheart. Fathers would refer to their daughters as such. And so what I'm saying, right. So,
I'm not gonna even go there because you know where I was gonna go, but I'm not gonna go there. Because you know what them fathers was doing, but never mind. Continue.
And so what it is, it's a diminutive of the word puss, a conventional name for a cat, right? That's back in the 16th century. Also in the late 16th century is when it starts being used as something for a term of endearment for a woman. So now I agree with you that it does not mean the same today as it did then. But what I'm saying is that somewhere along the line, it went from a term of endearment into something that's profane, right? If that's the case, the only thing that makes it profane is the way that people use it at different times.
The consensus of the people.
If that's the case, if the case is that the only reason that we consider it to be profane is because a group of people decided that it was profane, then if that's the case, why can't it not be the other way around?
See, now you sound like white folks with nigger. It was okay. It was okay for the longest time. Everyone used nigger, and then you guys decided
you never meant something different.
You didn't want to be called nigger. It never
meant something different.
Yes, it did. It meant black person.
In a lower status. So like it never
it was all of you. Nigga. That's what every one of you.
All black people were of a lower status, therefore you're all niggers.
Every one of you were niggers. Goddamn, right. you're the congressman
always
nigger.
Meant something negative.
And even now, they don't give a
something negative.
The highest office in all the land.
Oh, this nigga
was still a nigga.
Right.
But why can't I call him nigger anymore? Because you guys don't want to be called niggers anymore. I can't call you Negro. I can't call you colored. I can't call you Negro. Now you want to be African Americans. Like
I'm black. Say it loud. Listen, what I'm saying is that nigger has always been nigger.
Everywhere.
Nigger was negative at its inception.
I thought it was. They told me, the white people told me it was a mispronunciation
of Niger.
Yeah, or right. Negus.
It was. You got what you ended up with was here's a country in Africa,
and your princes and your kings and queens were Negus at one point, correct?
Right.
All right. So then we come over here and I said I want that Negus over there.
But they didn't say I want that king or queen. They weren't saying that. They were saying the black people who were getting ready to go put in these chains and go make work for us for free, these niggas. That's what we want. And what do y'all call them? They're the niggas. All right, you niggers, get over here. It's always been negative.
But it was always. But here's the thing: when you niggas, when you niggas, when you niggas was giving up, when your king or queen was conquered, and we decided to sell you over to the white folks, they definitely were niggas. Yeah, that's a king. He's the king over there for that other tribe. What you got over there? What you got? Read that. I can't see that. That's too small for my eyes.
It says this is just what I just read to you. Like it was
from cat and furry.
Yeah, that was furry when it turned to cat. But as a term of endearment for a woman.
Oh, mama, please don't watch this one. Pussy.
Now and then it turns into a vulgar term for the vulva. Vulgar term.
Which time? And how long ago was that? When did that happen?
That was the 19th century.
Okay.
That's recent, bro.
Late 19th century. Yeah.
Right. That's really recent. So it says possible alternate origins. Another theory suggests the sexual meaning may be linked to Old Norse puss or Old English pussa, both meaning pocket or pouch.
True. We can't call it a pouch, so we just go. All right, so okay, here's okay. Just to get back on this grand topic, let's say you're going to church, and your preacher
My preacher
got,
better say it.
and your preacher got, and your preacher over there like, hey man, bring that pussy up here, bring me that pussy up here. And he just mean his pocket or pouch. He talking about his pouch that he got over there. Hey, bring me that pussy. Hey man, hey, grab my notes out my pussy over there.
Here's the thing.
Are you allowed?
Are you getting a different side?
I know you're not. I know you're not, but I just want you to tell me, how would you feel if your preacher, hey, bring my, oh baby, I left my notes in the pussy. Will you go grab the notes out the pussy, baby?
First thing I do would be like this. Because if he said it like that, he'll say it again.
Because it's old, it's just old English. My bad. But again, there are certain things that I just don't want happening from my pulpit. Now, again, if it's okay for you, and if this is what it takes for you to bring in the masses, if this is going to bring them to Christ in any way, I don't know how, but if it's going to bring someone to Christ, do whatever you got to do, because you got to go tell somebody, and you got to
I'm gonna tell you like
draw
this.
all men unto me. You go out there and be a fisher of men. So if cuss words are the bait that is used to fish for these people, bring them to Christ. He'll fix them on the back end. All you gotta do is bring them. You get them here. So you whatever it takes, whatever bait you got to use to get them. For me, 100%. Hell yeah, whatever it takes to get them. Now, when you got them in there, you better fix them and tell them this ain't what I just did that for you.
But why? That's the thing. If you're telling me that that's the bait that draws them in, and it's okay to use the bait to draw them in,
once you're here,
why would they need to stop doing whatever that is?
Because once you're here, you have to be changed.
Into what though?
Better.
How is it better to not use?
Because I am offending a portion of people. So if I can do whatever I can,
a portion of people.
No.
Yep.
No.
There's a portion of people right now that are offended by your hat. There's a portion of people who are offended by your skin color. There's a portion of people who are offended that you have a gray beard. There are a portion of people who will be offended if you dyed the beard black.
But not in Christ. And again, we are talking about
in church. There are people who are offended by that.
Nigga, church and Christ ain't the same. See, that's the problem right there.
About preachers in church,
right? But we're talking about we're talking about.
You said bringing them into the house, into the church house. Now when they get here,
but it ain't always about. But I'm not talking about the physical storehouse, church house. I'm talking about the body of Christ. Bring them into the body of Christ. And when you're into the body of Christ, certain things don't belong there.
Then why is it there for you to bring them in there?
What do you mean? Why is it there for me to bring them in there? If that's what it takes for me to get you, I'll bring you in here and I'm gonna clean you up and I'm gonna make you do something better than what you.
Nobody up.
Why not? This is what the church is for.
No, it's not.
But you thought I meant me personally clean you up? No. I mean bring you in here for this body, this spiritual evolution that we go through to clean you up. I'm a part of it because I got you in here. Again, I'll bring you in. I want you to come in. I'm gonna get you in here, and I'm gonna let God do the rest of it. But if this is what it takes for me to get you,
good job, good.
But
so here's my question: if
God ain't finna tell you to continue to do the bullshit,
but that's where I'm trying to get to. How do you define? How are you saying? Like, can you point to something biblically that says that saying the word "damn" is against the Bible? Because the scripture you read earlier was about saying things that are profane, right? Here's the thing. I just point out to you that it didn't shift to being considered generally profane until the late 19th century.
So it's our profane.
Wait. That means that at the time that was written, number one, the word wasn't even around. And number two, sometime after that was written, then it was used in a positive light. And because somebody decided to misuse it or to try to make it something else, now you can't use it for any purpose. So you're telling me that a scripture that was written before the word was in existence and before the word changed into something that is generally looked upon as negative, then now we're here. So I agree.
Yes. Yeah,
I agree.
And here is why. Here is why all of that shit you just said to make the situation sound as if it's something that it's not. Everybody knows, and when they use these words, they're not using them as alternate words. They're using them as profanities.
Right. Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
that's where it happens.
My question still remains. Then tell me what the difference
word
between that and shoot is. Instead of saying and like that, that's what I'm saying.
Because
the use of the word.
No, because you use the word shoot as an understood element of speech.
Try not to cuss.
No, not try not to cuss. No,
absolutely. No, absolutely.
Curse words are deliberate. You deliberately use a word that you know is going to offend somebody. That's why you use a curse word, because you know that it's going to.
No, you don't. If you stub your toe and you're trying not to curse, you'll say
there's
shoot.
No trying not to curse.
Yeah, it is. What are you talking about? We do it all the time.
No, I just don't. There's no trying. I just don't.
It's a replacement for the cuss word.
It's not a replacement for the cuss word. The cuss word is a replacement for the real word.
It is.
The cuss word is a derogatory replacement for something else.
No.
Yes,
expletive. That's why it's called an expletive, because when you're up and you're like, oh, you say shoot instead, and because what you meant something else.
No, you did. You decide to use the derogatory term as opposed to something else.
They're both derogatory terms, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Shoot's a derogatory term?
Yeah, you use it the same way you use shit.
But shit's the derogatory term.
So
and you do it intentionally.
All right, so you're saying it's the actual word.
Intentionally.
It's not what you're using it for. Using it for is the word itself.
No, it's the way that you're using the word. Again.
But you're using it the same way you use shoot.
It's your choice to use the derogatory, the universally learned. Again, it's the community. The community have decided what it's going to be.
So if the community decided it, you're saying that there's decided it's profane because of the way it's used, or just because of the word itself?
Because of the way
are nothing without meaning.
No, words have meaning. Words have meaning for sure. But meaning, but context also goes into what a word means.
They mean the exact same thing.
So context doesn't go into what a word means at the moment.
Absolutely.
And there you have it. There you have it. When I decide to say shoot instead of shit, I'm trying to make sure that I don't offend somebody. Shoot's not going to offend anybody. Shit's going to offend somebody.
You're using it for the exact same one. The meaning.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're using it to offend someone.
What you meant by the word is the exact same.
No, what you meant by the word is I'm going to offend somebody by saying shit. I intentionally want to.
That's why you didn't say the word.
That's why I didn't say shoot.
No, that's why you didn't say shit.
No, you said shit because I want to offend somebody.
Nope, not true. Because you're by yourself when you stub your toe.
And you're going to just say shit just for the hell of it? I don't.
My toe.
I don't curse by myself. I don't curse alone. I don't curse alone. I don't. Nigga. I have a decent enough vocabulary. I don't have to curse for myself. I curse for effect for these people.
Next time I come to Duval, I'm gonna put a secret recording device in your house. Because ain't no way in the world.
Oh, you gonna hear me? You gonna hear me singing a whole bunch of R&B songs?
That's true. That's true. I don't think I've ever walked in your house and you didn't have some old 1988. Before 92 is like the
nigga. It's my 80s jam session. I'm gonna put y'all on game right now. If you got Spotify, go to the 80s jam session. Ooh, that shit's so fire.
Hey, listen, man. Listen, we gotta wrap this up. Listen, I think where we're at right now, we're gonna have to agree to disagree, because what you're saying is that words have meaning, and like here's the thing. I think we both agree on the same certain thing. Words have meaning, absolutely. And I think we both agree that our preachers, pastors should be above some of this
but
I would consider mediocre vocabulary.
That where we disagree is, and I'm gonna end this, and I'm gonna curse words are intentional. Intentional.
Yes.
And there is a reason that you use those words in whichever moment. So that's all I want. So there's no. And again, when we speak of these pastors that we saw earlier today, the first one was just cussing people out just for the hell of it.
That dude, and like that's
he doesn't count. He don't count.
Because I don't think he's. I think he's
serious. He's not serious.
No, I think he's. I won't say whether he's serious or not about the Lord, but what I will say is that
he was trying to prove a point.
He's purposely saying stuff like that in order to be provocative. Right. I don't think particularly that the last two preachers were saying it just to be provocative.
Right. And the last two, for me, it's the fact that they knew what they were doing and they were trying to press a limit, press a button, and get to a certain thing. And well, no, the second one was. The first one, I think the first one let that shit fly and was like, ooh, and then had to stand on it once he got there. He was like, well, I can't lose him.
That does speak to a different type of thing that we'll get into in another episode with these pastors are beating up on the congregation.
Right.
Based on just to justify what they do.
Right.
That's something different. Yeah.
But that's that. So how I'm going to end it is there are so many words to use. And if profanity is where you land, it can be fun. As a kid, profanity's fun.
It's fun now.
Yeah. Use that shit as your job and see how long you have it. Because there are ways around these things, and there's a respect that you should have for certain situations. And I feel the church should be respected way more than any job that you're on.
Agreed.
So that's me. But I'm gonna let you have the rest of this episode.
No, I'm done. The episode is done. I will say
the episode's done.
No, I will say this. I agree with you on almost all points. The only thing that I've always had a problem with, and this isn't just pastors, but I've always had a problem with the explanation being, well, because everybody else thinks it's bad. And I know human beings and public perception. If you build your belief structure on public perception, then it's always going to be on shaky ground. As I showed you with the word pussy, because obviously it used to mean something completely different. And the only reason I'm bringing that up is not to say that pastors should be using any language in the pulpit. I don't believe that. But what I am saying is that it's not as big a deal as I think church folks tend to make it. And this one actually came up to me. And the reason I proposed this for this show, just so everybody gets a backstory, I came across that last clip. And I was like, oh, snap. Because I know this, I know of this pastor.
Right.
And it's like, oh, wait, never met him or nothing like that. But I've seen videos of him before. And I tend to believe that he's a real preacher. Preacher. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, oh, wait a minute. That's odd. And then I saw, shout out to Be Heard, period. He does these clips. Things the black church gonna get mad at me for saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Y'all check this out. Like I love everything he does. But he showed that clip. And I was like, oh, wow. And the pastor, backstory, that pastor who in that clip made a video at Be Heard. And Be Heard responded to that video. They went back and forth for a little bit. And then when I went to pull the video for today from Be Heard, it was gone. And he had an explanation video as why he brought it down. And he brought it down because somebody who is connected to that ministry reached out to him heartfelt and said, and pretty much, I'm not defending what he said. I'm not defending what he did. But what I am saying, let me tell you the other side and what he means to this community with the way he does things. So that and Be Heard. And I know based on his track record online, he stands on the truth. He stands on what he says. He stands on his principles. So for him to listen to that man and take it down, it made me think, like, I wonder if it's that big a deal. Do I agree? Do I think that pastors should be cussing from the pulpit? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't. But what I do believe is that we put a whole lot of emphasis on certain words that mean the same thing as because I promise you this, if you say, I'll beat your behind and I'll beat your ass, to me, you said the same thing twice. Now, the second one might get me to respond a lot faster because now I feel like you disrespect me. But that is what it is. But hey, you know what? Y'all let us know what you think in the comments. If you agree with me or you agree with Tommy, where do you fall on this? I would love to hear from some real staunch church folks, some deacons, some preachers, some pastors,
some cussing pastors, cussing preachers.
I want to hear.
You know what? Some of these pastors that we showed some clips of, I think I'm gonna tag them in some of these things, and let's see if we can get them to respond to some of this stuff. Because again, maybe they'll apologize.
We're not trying to like on this topic. Some topics we do. I am trying to make you look bad because I need the whole world to see that you ain't nothing. But in this topic, except for that first dude, him, whatever, get out of here. But and the second dude, borderline. But the I really want to know what your perception is, what you think about that whole topic. Are we way off base? Am I way off base, or is Tommy way off base, or am I close, or he's not? Whatever. We'd like to hear from y'all, and if y'all have a pastor who done slipped up or said on purpose from the pulpit something, y'all let us know. So Tommy don't believe he's slipping up. He believe they playing that.
They ain't slipped up at all.
But hey, look,
yes, sir.
This was a good topic, man. I like this.
I appreciate you bringing this one to us. And tomorrow,
yes, sir,
Thursday, this episode will be up on all of your streaming platforms. So make sure that if you don't hear it today, if you can't finish it and you need to listen to it at work, you can catch us on all of your streaming platforms. Share it with a friend. Share it with your pastor. Actually, share this with your pastor.
Do that.
If any ministers in your church, share this and let them tell us how they feel about this situation. Because again, we don't think that we're 100%. We don't know that we're 100% correct. I think I'm 100% correct all the time. That's why I speak for y'all, because I'm telling it the way that y'all see it. But Tech is always going to give us that corner boy mentality, and I don't understand where he gets that from.
I am not.
Hey, cousin, we ain't been canceled yet, man. We're going to do this again next week, bro.
Do this again next week, boy.
Hey, man, I love y'all. Love you, cuz. Hey, man, y'all be easy. We out of here.
Make you pay the bills at home, and then the preachers pimp you in the churches and make you pay the bills. Y'all crazy black women buying these black men private jets, the tune of $50 million for a nigga to ride around in a private jet, and you talking about, look at our pastor. What's wrong with y'all women? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? And what's wrong with a black man that would take that kind of money out of a poor neighborhood and buy himself a private jet? What's wrong with y'all niggas? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, black women? What's wrong with you voting for Barack Obama? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.